In celebration of Pride Month, Ben Shapiro wants to talk about the top 8 most woke companies of all time. Let's see what he has to say.
Well, folks, it is the holy month of Pride. June! Oh my God! It's the most important month on the American calendar in which we celebrate
sodomy, basically.
All forms of...
Wow, where we celebrate sodomy. Like, does he not realize that straight people also love sodomy? Because it's not just, gay men that enjoy sodomy. There are some gay men that don't even enjoy sodomy. So this is hilarious. And like the sodomy laws, technically it's just anything that isn't just, uh penetrating the vag. So, a BJ can also be considered sodomy. So Ben Shapiro saying he does not like BJs? Because yeah, I know there are some people that don't, but like as a supposed straight man, don't you like BJs?
Sexual orientation, gender identity, and attacks on Judeo-Christian values. And we have...
Attacks on Judeo-Christian values. Yeah. Because existing as an LGBTQIA+ person means you are attacking Judeo-Christian values. Your mere existence is an attack on these people. And that is pretty hilarious to think that. Because if you feel that way about somebody existing, that shows how messed up you are to begin with. That's like, when racist white people back in the past was like, yeah, white or black people, being free and being able to work and have some kind of sovereignty is attack on Christian values because slavery is a thing. Or, you know, black people and white people dating was an attack on Judeo-Christian values because God said that all races were supposed to be separate because of Babylon.
Have many corporations who have decided to become the corporate faces of the giant rainbow boots stamping on the American face forever. Today, we are going to go through some of...
God, I want some rainbow boots to stomp on some faces because that sounds fun, especially if there were some right-wing faces. God, you know how much they would hate that, and some of them would actually love it.
the wokest corporations in America, and we are going to decide just how many flaming garbage bags of left-wing propaganda they deserve to receive from you, the consumer. We begin with Ford. So Ford has decided for Pride Month, they're going to release a rainbow Ford F-150. Again, rainbow wheel rolling over a human face forever. And Ford...
Rainbow wheel rolling over a human face forever. Man, Ben Shapiro loves talking about his kinks. He wants to be, stomped on and stuff by rainbows, and it's pretty funny.
Ford's F-150 brand is supposed to be the manly men who are like picking up lumber in the back of their truck. And now they're like, and you know what's the most manly thing? Dudes who are broke back mounting it. That's the most manly thing.
Oh, I bet he loves dudes broke back mounting it. Like that video where he went to pick up like a couple of planks of wood was hilarious because that was him showing how manly he was. And it's like, yeah, you're just picking up a couple planks of board and that's supposed to show that you're a man? That's pretty hilarious.
The rainbow truck.
Yeah, I want a gay truck. I want a truck that's going to sleep with another truck.
Again, this looks like...
I want a truck that's gonna sleep with another truck. These people believe that what Cars, the movie, is like a real thing and what vehicles are sentient and stuff. That's crazy. How stupid are these people?
Like a wild brand misalignment, a la Bud Light. Like a real brand misalignment. Is it of the equivalent of Bud Light? No, because again, it's more sort of gay than trans. And again, Pride Month has been sort of a well-developed part of our civic religion for the last 10 years or so. This
Civic religion? What is a civic religion?
one goes in the category of like 5 to 6 flaming garbage bins for Ford. Okay, next, we take a look at Adidas. So Adidas, which was started by literally a person associated with the Nazi Party.
Wow. Now he wants to talk about businesses associated with the Nazi Party when he probably supports a number of businesses that was started by the Nazi Party.
Oh yeah, no, Adolf Dassler was the founder, and he was literally a member of the Nazi Party. Well, now Adidas has become, of course, a mainstream athletic brand. They decided this year that they were going to feature a man gallivanting about as a woman in a one-piece bathing suit. And the video is very, very difficult to watch, just aesthetically speaking.
I bet Ben Shapiro watched it several times because it's so hard to watch.
Here we go. Yep, that is a lot of chest hair for a man dressed as a woman in a women's bathing suit with his junk hanging out.
Right, because women are not, they're just hairless creatures besides their head. There's never been a woman with chest hair or any type of body hair whatsoever.
Love unites. I don't know which is more distracting here. The fact that this is a women's bathing suit with a giant male bulge in it, or the chest hair in the cleavage.
Oh God, I love, right-wingers love talking about, men's and women's bulges and stuff like that. It's awesome because they're so obsessed with what's in people's pants more than what people are obsessed with what's in their own pants.
The close-up on the chest hair is really quite wonderful. Yeah, that's real bad. But again, Adidas, not quite Bud Light a brand, so I'm going to go with like 7 flaming garbage bins right here for Adidas. Okay, on to North Face. North Face is all about tough outdoor wear, right? You're going to go climb a mountain wearing North Face. Or alternatively, you're going to be a dude who dresses up in ladies' clothing and gallivants through the forest while holding a TV.
That's pretty gay.
And you're going to have a mustache. And you're going to be, just like totally a dude wearing ladies' clothing. And this is the height of modern American culture. This is morality, folks.
This is morality, folks. This is not moral because I don't like it.
Crusade of Pride Month must continue under all circumstances. Here's what North Face is pushing this month. So again, North Face is supposed to be sort of the tougher brand. It's not supposed to be particularly the trans brand.
Okay, it's just a brand that likes to sell to people that like to camp outside and stuff. And trans people like to be outside as well. There's a lot of, I wouldn't doubt there is, a lot of trans people that do camping, that do hiking, that, go on nature walks and stuff like that. So why not advertise your products to them as well? Because that's just another group of people you can be selling products to. Capitalism, something that Ben Shapiro supposedly enjoys.
I'm going to go with I think it's like Adidas level. I think it's like 7 flaming garbage bins. Okay, on to Starbucks. So Starbucks is, of course, famously a woke corporation. Starbucks has, for a very, very long time, pushed woke ideas, but pushing it in foreign countries is a new one for Starbucks. So Starbucks put out an entire ad about transing people. It's about an Indian father and mother who decide that their son, Arpit, actually needs to be known as Arpita, and the way that they determine that this is a good thing is by naming their son Arpita after he walks in dressed as a woman to the Starbucks. Dad is going to show that he's gotten over all of his old-style bigotry by ordering a coffee for Arpita. Okay, so because this is not just Starbucks domestically, if this were Starbucks domestically, you'd be like, okay, not really a brand misalignment. Starbucks in India, I have a question. How much support is there for the transing in like India?
I don't know. Honestly, I've never looked into it. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was more supported in the United States. I wouldn't be surprised if it was less supported either. But I doubt Ben would tell if that person was trans if he was not told or had known beforehand.
I'm going to go not much. By polling data, I would guess not very much. If you're like a person living in India, I'm not sure why you'd go to Starbucks after that. That's like a 9 flaming garbage bins. We'll get to more of these woke brands in just one second. First, let me talk to you about for Target. Now, Target is doing like Disney level things. So Target has decided to push forward entire pride categories, including apparently bathing suits that allow boys to tuck their testicles behind them.
Wow, it's so tuck friendly.
So they look less male when they are in the pool. The fact that this is prominently displayed, they have like onesies for babies that promote bisexuality, is vile. And this is truly vile stuff. It's like Disney level of targeting the kids.
Right, it is extremely vile to have clothing for children.
Vile stuff. Because again, this is all not only in public view, but it's deliberately targeted to young people. The tuck bathing system, look at the sizes on those. Those are not all for adults. Meanwhile, they have all the trans properties. They've got the onesies for the babies and all the rest of this. This is 9 to 10 flaming garbage bins for Target. Okay, now, Bud Light has taken it directly on the chin ever since they decided that they were going to make Dylan Mulvaney the face of their brand. It was April 1st, and I remember seeing this online. I thought, this has to be April Fool's. I mean, it has to be April Fool's. It was not April Fool's. They decided to make a man pretending to be a woman, a man cosplaying as a woman, the face of their brand.
No, not cosplaying. She is a woman. I mean, if you have issues with that, stop caring.
Sent him a bunch of cans with his face on it, and then he talked about how he didn't like March Madness, but he was advertising a beer that's made for low-income men. The misalignment is where the giant numbers come in.
No, beer is made for everybody, because it's not just like men that drink beer.
In terms of the sort of flaming garbage bins, we'll see some of the brands here that are promoting left-wing wokeism. They've always been left-wing woke brands, so them being left-wing woke, they don't earn as many flaming garbage bins. But Bud Light, that was like the all-American brand. How all-American was Bud Light? Back in 1995, they actually released a commercial making fun of the idea of men dressing as women competing with women in sport. Now, of course, they're pushing Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah, because people change, ideas change. What was once considered, taboo in the past is not anymore. Like, used to, you'd be openly gay or you would be killed. Nowadays, gay people can marry.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10 flaming garbage bins, that is 10 for Bud Light. Okay, Disney has decided this preemptively is a 10 flaming garbage bin company. Disney is catered to children. It is a children's company. It's about the magic of childhood and childhood innocence. And they've decided that they are going to push trans and LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign garbage in pretty much everything they do. Like every aspect of what Disney does is now going to be this. Right? They've put it in show.
It's funny how Disney has not gone broke yet. What's that saying that right-wingers always love to say? Go woke, go broke?
Shows ranging from The Proud Family to movies for small children like Lightyear. They've decided to.
Yeah, The Proud Family. Oh yeah, that was definitely a pretty woke show back then. I used to watch it. It was all about, black people, the black experience and stuff like that. And surprised Ben Shapiro doesn't hate that show.
It's imperative the kids learn about this stuff at the earliest possible level. They've decided that they have to have pride collections at Disneyland and that you can't be called princesses or princes at Disneyland anymore because obviously the magic of childhood has to be removed. You never know when a boy is a girl and a girl is a boy.
It's not like it's truly magical to be a prince or a princess anyways, but like, who really cares?
They decided to have a pride night that is attendable by everyone, kid, adult, everyone at Disney. Like they'd always had sort of gay days in which people would show up if they were gay and it was sort of informal. And now they're actually actively coordinating it. They have trigger warnings on nearly all their material, ranging from Aladdin, where apparently they're now claiming it's... They'll still make money off of it, by the way. And this is the great...
Yeah, because a lot of the old Disney stuff was really racist.
Hypocrisy of Disney. They're just garbage. The fact that Disney is hypocritical enough to put trigger warnings on Aladdin, saying it's racist, while simultaneously doing business in Zhejiang, China, with the Chinese government, which is simultaneously holding 1 million Uyghur Muslims in abject slavery, sterilizing many of them, infinity flaming garbage bins for Disney.
Now he cares about the Uyghur Muslims in China, now that he can make a point about Disney and China. That's hilarious. Any other time, he would not care.
Disney victimizing children to promote wokeness. What this is meant to show is the absolute tsunami.
He can't even define wokeness. No right-winger can, which is hilarious.
Wall-like sentiment among corporate America with regard to pushing left-wing propaganda is astonishing. But if you push back where you see 10 flaming garbage bins, you will start to see corporations reacting and backing off. And that's what needs to happen. Folks, for all of the
I guess this is the end. Ben Shapiro getting triggered by companies doing what companies have the right to do. It's funny because right wingers were all about companies are, they're their own thing. They have the right to do whatever they want. If you don't like it, start your own company. And now look at it. They want to use Big Brother to control various companies.